So this is our RE lesson for today. Over the course of the next couple of weeks, we're going to be looking at Islam specifically and the role that the mosque plays in the lives of Muslims. So we're just going to have a very quick recap, just in case you missed any of this last year or you haven't done this for a little while, obviously. So this is our question for today. So how does the mosque influence the daily lives of Muslims? So we're just going to recap a little bit about what Islam is and the role of the mosque in a video that shows you much better than I can. Okay, so what is a Muslim? So a Muslim is a follower of a religion called Islam. There are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, and Muslims, like Christians and like Jews, believe there's only one God called Allah. Other religions have slightly different kind of perspectives on different kind of gods, but this is a monotheistic tradition, meaning that they only believe in one God. And Islam was founded in the Middle East over 1400 years ago, 1400 years ago, by a man named Muhammad. So just some facts. So did you know, for Muslims, the name of their prophet, Muhammad, is so sacred, they say peace be upon him when they say his name. You're going to see this in the video you're going to watch in a minute. When the little girl in the video refers to Muhammad, she says peace be upon him. It's a sign of ultimate respect for Muslims. The Quran, which is, so I've given you the Arabic spelling on the left, which begins with a Q, and kind of the slightly more anglicized spelling that starts with a K, is the holy book of the Islamic faith. So it's kind of, I don't really want to say equivalent, but like the Bible is the Christian holy book and the Torah is the holy book of the Jews. It's a bit more complicated than that. But the Quran is the holy book for Muslims. It's written in Arabic, and Muslims always try to read it in this language because they believe it's in the purest form, the form that Muhammad spoke it in and like his followers wrote it in. The mosque is the building where Muslims go to worship, so it's kind of the same as Christians going to a church to worship, or Jews going to the synagogue, or Hindus going to the temple. It's kind of their central space to worship. Friday's the Muslim holy day. This is when most Muslims go to the mosque to pray. Obviously, this differs from other religions. In Judaism, the Sabbath, the sacred day, is the Saturday, and obviously for Christians, it's Sunday, which is the day of rest. And they have a special month called Ramadan, which is always the 9th month of the Muslim calendar, so it will vary year to year. And during this time, Muslims commit to fasting from dawn until sunset. So just a few different facts to recap about Muslims. So next thing you're going to do is watch a video underneath this presentation. It's called What Happens in a Mosque, and it's really, really good because it's animated and it's narrated by children, and it physically shows you what happens daily in a mosque, which is obviously not something that I have any experience of yet. I would love to visit one day, because I'm really, really interested in religion and things like that. For those of you that don't know, I'm just going to digress. I went to university in America, and I actually have a degree in American politics, which is pretty useless for teaching primary school. But what I have a minor in, which is a kind of a sub-degree, is in religion. I'm really, really interested in religion and the way it works. So I'd love to go and kind of experience that kind of thing one day. Okay, so your task is to create a mind map showing what happens in a mosque. I don't want to just know about what happens on Ramadan or what happens on Eid or things like that. What I'm really interested in is what happens day to day in a mosque. So you need to make sure that it shows how you influence the daily lives of Muslims. And I've given you an example on the next page, which I will just talk you through. So this is what I've tried to put together. So in the center, you're going to draw daily lives of Muslims at the mosque. And this is my section. So you can see I've got lots of kind of arrows going off that. So Muslims go to the mosque to pray each day if they can, if they have access to it, or if they choose to. Obviously, not every town, village, like in East Hanny, we don't have a mosque. So for some Muslims, it's not possible to go to the mosque every day because it's too far away. So I've taken this idea. So they pray at the mosque facing Mecca, which is their holy city. And then off that, I've shown that because Friday is a really special day, Many Muslims will go to the communal prayer at the mosque at midday. But also this is supplemented by the daily prayer at home, like the salah that they say 5 times a day, which in addition to that, Muslims pray and give personal prayers throughout the day as well. So I've shown how the mosque influences the daily lives of the Muslims in different ways. So on the left, I've given you other things that you can think about. So you can think about how the Quran is used in daily life, the types of prayer they do. There's lots of information in the video. Any kind of meditation, when the girl talks about how she reflects on nature and things like that. The mosque is a sense of community, the role of kind of socialization and relaxation, the specific role that charity has, any special prayers that are given, and the reading of the Quran. So how does what happened at the mosque influence Muslims in daily life? Obviously, I'm not expecting you to talk about all of those. Prayer is one that's definitely talked about a lot. I would recommend you do that. And then just maybe choose like 3 others from that list, just to kind of spider out from your diagram. I would love to see them. I'm really, really interested in this lesson and seeing what you guys can produce from this. So if you email them in to year5@millbrook.vale-academy.org, it's on the website. I would really, really like to see these. That would be brilliant. Okay, bye for now.